father.
You chose this.
What's going on, Royal Alliance, and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Battlefront 2 related video. So as we all know by now, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is going to be a much bigger game than the current Star Wars Battlefront, with more blasters, more weapons in general, more heroes, more locations, all three eras from the Star Wars movies. It's a game that is going to be jam-packed full of content. One of the main areas that people will be interested in when the game actually comes out is the selection of weapons, or the selection of blasters that are going to be available for players to use within Star Wars Battlefront 2. Thanks to the reveal trailer, along with pre-order images and descriptions, we have had a bit of a look into what blasters we can expect to see in Star Wars Battlefront 2. So far, the 11 blasters which have been seen throughout the Star Wars Battlefront 2 promotional content, from trailers to pre-order descriptions, is one more than the total number of blasters that Star Wars Battlefront actually launched with. Some of these blasters have been covered in a previous video where I talked about the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Standard and Deluxe editions, where we get the blasters' names and the descriptions of what you can expect if you pre-order the game. The first weapon is the Blurg 112 Holdout Blaster, and the Blurg is available for the Officer class in the Deluxe edition. This is classed as bonus content. I expect that it will just unlock the blaster early on and not be a unique blaster to that edition of the game. In the Deluxe edition, it does come with an enhanced grip modification, and it is also known as Hera Syndulla's blaster from the Star Wars Rebels TV show. The second blaster we can expect to see is the Fwm V10 Mega Blaster, and this blaster was actually seen in The Force Awakens. The Mega Blaster again is part of the Deluxe edition of Star Wars Battlefront for the Heavy class. It will probably just unlock this weapon earlier on in the game, rather than being a unique weapon to this edition. In the Deluxe edition, it will come with a barrel vent modification, and the weapon is used by First Order Stormtroopers. The third blaster is the CR2 Heavy Blaster. The CR2 Heavy Blaster is the Assault class's Deluxe edition bonus blaster for the Assault class. It will also come with a trigger modification in the Deluxe edition of Star Wars Battlefront, and was used by the Naboo security forces in The Phantom Menace. Next up is the A280 Cfe Blaster, which is used by Cassian Andor, and it is part of the Deluxe edition for the Specialist class. And through the Deluxe edition will include a scope modification for the blaster. Like I said before, Captain Cassian Andor actually uses the A280 Cfe Blaster in Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, and it's actually a pistol, but can use the extended barrel, stock and sight attachments to turn it into more of a sniper type of blaster. The pulse cannon is also confirmed for Battlefront 2, and it looks like it is wielded by some form of rebel sniper in the image which showed an example of the classes you can expect in Star Wars Battlefront 2. It is a weapon that is in the current Star Wars Battlefront, but is only available as a star card. It will be interesting to see whether or not in Battlefront 2 it will be a weapon that can just be used as much as you possibly want, rather than as a star card with a cooldown. Next is the F11D Blaster Rifle, and it's a standard issue weapon for the First Order Stormtroopers, and it can be spotted quite easily in the trailer, as well as the image of the class examples for Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm expecting this weapon to be pretty similar to the E11, as it looks pretty much the same, just with a few little differences, so will probably be one of my favourite weapons in Star Wars Battlefront 2. The DC-17 Hand Blaster is also in Star Wars Battlefront 2, and is used by a Republic Navy officer in the image example of the classes to expect in Star Wars Battlefront 2. You can't see this 100% clearly though, but it makes sense as it was actually used by higher ranking troopers in the Clone Wars TV series. Next up is the E11 Blaster Rifle, and it is the standard blaster for B1 battle droids. Padme Amidala can actually be seen using one during the final act on Geonosis in Attack of the Clones, along with BX series droid commandos who wielded the weapon in the Clone Wars TV series. It looks like the E11 Blaster Rifle might actually make a return to Star Wars Battlefront 2, and it is the standard issue rifle for Imperial Stormtroopers and can be seen throughout the Star Wars Battlefront 2 trailer. In the current Star Wars Battlefront, it was seen by many as an Imperial counterpart to the A280C, which is seen as more of a Rebel Alliance weapon. Speaking of the A280C, that can also be seen in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 trailer, so it looks like it will be returning to Star Wars Battlefront 2. This was seen as more of a Rebel Alliance weapon, and it was in the current Star Wars Battlefront, and is probably my favourite weapon in the current Star Wars Battlefront. I love this weapon, I've used it ever since the Star Wars Battlefront beta. The DL-44 also looks like it is returning to Star Wars Battlefront 2. This weapon was made famous by Han Solo, and probably was the most used weapon in Star Wars Battlefront at a certain point in time when it was ridiculously powerful. It can be seen being wielded by a rebel riding a Tauntaun during the Hoth scene in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 trailer. Battlefront updates actually speculated that this was Han Solo, and Han Solo has been confirmed for Star Wars Battlefront 2 through various product descriptions. Star Wars Game Outpost actually speculated that the RT-97C was seen in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 trailer, used by a rebel on Endor, and he also speculated that the DH-17 was in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 trailer again, where a stormtrooper gets ran over by a Tauntaun on Hoth. It looks like the rebel is actually using the DH-17, but the images aren't clear enough, so you can't make out whether these weapons are confirmed for Star Wars Battlefront 2 or not. I'm really interested to see what weapons are in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I think because of the multiple eras, there is going to be a lot more weapons than we have ever seen in a Star Wars Battlefront game, so it makes it really exciting, especially considering the variation in classes as well. Certain weapons might be usable for only certain classes, so I'm really excited to see how the multiplayer works in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Let me know down in the comments section below if you spotted any other weapons in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 trailer, and which weapons you hope to see in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Make sure to smash a like on this video if you have enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to join the Aurora Alliance and be kept up to date with all things Star Wars Battlefront 2 and other Star Wars games. Other than that, may the Force be with you.